don't, young man. You are not eating this junk.
Oh, come on, Ann.
Mom. Dad, this is pure sugar.
Oh, you're absolutely right. It'll probably stunt his growth or something. You know, Kenny, when your mom was your age, she never ate cotton candy, did she? No, the only stuff she used to eat was liver and spinach and broccoli and good stuff like that. Right, Ann? Go ahead, tell her.
You are not giving me any support on this.
Hey, right. Time for a shift change.
Okay.
Your turn, pal.
Great.
Oh, Dad, don't forget, we're dropping the kids off Saturday morning, so we can go house hunting.
All right, I'll be there.
Okay.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Have a good time.
Grandpa.
Hey, guys, what do you say we take a look around?
Yeah.
Can I get a snow cone?
I don't think so.
Get it. Oh, David, look.
Read this. Go on by. Numbers on the bottom of the first page. Give me a call.
Okay.
Good to see you. Hey, David, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you today?
Okay,
Can we
good
grab
to see
one of those from you?
Certainly can. Hi, guys.
Great.
How you
Take a look
doing?
at this. Give you a call later.
Yeah, come on by, David.
Okay,
I'll
Joe.
sell you a
Thanks a lot.
townhouse. I'll sell you a private estate on a view lot.
Bye-bye.
Come on by.
Joe Reed, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you? It's good to see you. What do you think?
I don't know. Shouldn't you have waited for city approval before you began advertising?
Oh, this is not what you call advertising. I just thought I'd let the people know what was coming.
Except without city approval, nothing's coming. That's the only problem.
Janet, are you trying to tell me I'm going to have trouble getting approval from the city?
I don't have a vote, Mr. Reed. I just advise. We'll probably have to wait until after the public hearing.
Well, for now, I'll just show people what may be coming. Good to see you.
My pleasure.
Hi, folks. How you doing?
I don't believe it. Where did you come from?
Out of the woodwork.
And look at Jakey. You've gotten so big. Do you remember Jakey? I guess not.
Come on, Jakey. You remember Janet, don't you? She came and stayed with us once in St. Louis.
Oh, but he was so tiny. I could kill you.
Why didn't you let someone know you were coming? How long are you going to stay?
Probably forever. I moved back.
I don't believe it.
Honestly, I don't believe
It was hard enough making ends meet when Paul and I were together. And the last couple of years have been... Anyway.
Well, I don't know how you feel about it, but I love it that you're back. What are you going to do about a job?
I got a job. That's really the reason why I came back. Oak Ridge is the only place I could find a job that would pay the money I wanted.
No, don't tell me. Not Silicon. Lee.
After all the times of saying never?
Never say never. I had a lot of dreams in those days.
Nothing wrong with that. I'll tell you something. Of all the kids that I tutored during that time, you were the most determined I'd ever met.
And look who turned out to be the most successful Miss City Manager.
Isn't that amazing? I'm an overnight success after 18 years of inching my way up the ladder.
How's your mom?
Oh, Mama's fine. She's just as mean as ever. Wait till I tell her that you're back. Listen, we'll take Jakey up to ride on Luther.
Luther? Is he still alive?
Very much so, but I'll tell you one thing. He'll never be able to carry either one of us the way he used to.
Honey, that's not his problem. Lee Snyder.
The company provides underwear, socks, and coveralls. Lee will give you an underwear allowance to buy your own.
We'll take care of the laundry. Hard hats, gloves, and safety glasses are all provided. These orientation packets will at least get you started finding out what Citicum is all about. They contain some proprietary information, so don't show them to anyone outside the company. And here you'll find out something about the products we make, some of our procedures you'll have to know. In addition, you'll both go through a fairly extensive indoctrination on safety. Lee, you've never worked in a chemical plant before, is that right?
No, sir. In St. Louis, I was welding, mostly in commercial construction.
Wow, there's a lot to learn. We manufacture a couple of dozen different chemical products here at one time or another. Most of them are hazardous, some of them incredibly so. Don't take anything for granted. If you don't know something, ask. First thing you do when you come in the gate or step outside is check that windsock or steam vent. Inside, check any of the air monitors. In a chemical plant, you always have to know which way the wind is blowing. In the event of a leak of any toxic gas, the one place you don't want to be is downwind. It can mean your life. So what do you think so far, Ray?
It's interesting.
Yeah, you'll do fine. Just follow the rules and use good sense.
This plant is open 24 hours a day. We have 3 different shifts, so we're always in operation.
All trainees, report to the control shed.
We make a pesticide called K34 in Unit 9 here. It's made up of some extremely toxic and dangerous chemicals, especially the stuff that's in that 901 tank. It's TCC, tetrachlorocyanate. It's flammable, corrosive, volatile, and just about everything else you can think of. It even reacts violently with plain water. Now, this is Unit 7. We used to make an insecticide in it, but they shut it down when they figured they could make it for less in their plant in Mexico. Now, over here, we've got these emergency showers all over the plant. Now, you get acid or caustic or toxic chemical on you, drop everything, get under here, and yank this ring. Then you start stripping. Lee, after a spill hits you, forget what your mama said about modesty. Get your clothes off. And you get anything in your eyes, you use this eye wash fountain for 15 minutes.
All right. Now, I'll take you up to meet Don Shepard, our plant manager. Before we do that, I'll take you for a tour of a control room.
Why do you people in sales always do this to me? Craig, do you know what it takes to manufacture that much K34 in that amount of time? No, of course, I don't want to lose the order. But look, we're stretched to capacity right now. If I have to increase production without adding some more people... Now, I know I can't do that, so how the hell am I supposed to... All right, Craig, look, I'll get back to you, all right? Yeah, thanks a lot. Bye.
Don, you ready to meet Lee and Jerry?
Who?
Lee Snyder and Jerry Haywood, the 2 new employees.
Oh, yeah, right.
You okay?
Sales just took an order for 980,000 gallons of K34 to be delivered no later than August 30th.
What?
That's not all. The British just cut their prices on their version of K34. Chicago wants us to stay competitive.
How are we supposed to do that?
You better bring him in.
Okay, folks, I'll see you now. Don Shepard, Jerry Haywood.
Hey, John.
Lee Snyder.
Hey, don't I know you?
My dad is Dave Snyder.
So you're that little kid that used to help out around the hardware store?
That's me.
Lee's been living in St. Louis doing welding and sheet metal work. She's starting off with us as a maintenance helper.
Oh, that's a good spot. You'll get to work just about everywhere in the plant. It'll help you figure out where you want to be permanently. And you're our new instruments mechanic.
From Tennessee.
Tennessee, what brings you up here?
Plant closed.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around. Must have been rough.
Don, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were busy.
Oh, it's all right, David, come on in. I'd like you to meet 2 of our newer employees, Lee Snyder, Jerry Haywood.
Hi, nice to meet you.
How are you? Welcome to the company.
Yeah, give me that. Which end give me 15.
Working here is a whole new thing for me. Tell me, how dangerous is it really?
Well, this place seems to be pretty well run. You got to have a lot of respect for some of these chemicals, but most of the accidents I've seen happen because someone makes a mistake, not thinking.
I grew up a quarter mile from this place. I never realized what they really made here. I mean, the plant was always just there. I never really gave it much of a thought. Now, all of a sudden, it seems kind of scary.
Well, there's a lot safer jobs out there, but they don't pay the same wages as they do here either. I guess that's just the choice you make.
Yeah.
Well, look, if I can be of any assistance to you, let me know.
Thanks, I will.
You! Wes.
Want to come by for dinner? Maureen made a meatloaf.
No thanks, Wes. Maybe another time.
Yeah, another time. I've never heard that before.
Nice. The old days. I want to try to clear some of this off my desk.
Yeah, sure. Maybe you could make up enough work. You could stay here all night. And you'd never have to go back to that house.
Not tonight, Wes, okay? Give me a break.
Don, when are you going to realize this plan cannot take a place, huh? Come on, have some orange meatloaf. It's not that bad. Put a lot of ketchup on it.
No, seriously, I got to go to that city council meeting at 8 o'clock. You know, I really would like to make a dent in some of this stuff, okay?
Okay. Good night, Don.
Good night.
Joe Reed feels you aren't too receptive to development in Oak Bridge.
Mayor, I campaigned for you on the basis of development in Oak Bridge. What he wants is for the city to just step aside so he can do whatever he wants to do. Well, I won't do that. The public has a right to know about this development of his. We just can't go around putting a rubber stamp on something.
All right, tonight's your chance. You ask all the questions you want. Then, let's get this thing approved.
Well, so much for the public's burning desire to know.
Not a big turnout.
Thanks so much for pointing that out to me, Mom. I think you better fight your way through the crowd and find a seat. Mr. Shepard. Mr. Hughes?
Good evening.
Excuse me.
These hillside lots will be 1 to 2 acres. Then over here, we'll have quarter-acre home sites. And down here on the other side of this road, we're putting in 2 small condominium complexes, about 30 units each.
Oh, I must say I'm very impressed, Joe. Density's not too high. Plenty of open space. Well, Lord knows we can always use the extra tax base.
Well, that's not all, Earl. Down here, next to the plant, we're going to put in a nice little park. Playground for the kids. Around this pond, we're going to have a nice picnic area for the whole family. And when that's planted and fixed up nicely, I thought maybe I'd just dedicate it to the city of Oak Bridge.
Well, that's a very generous offer, Joe. That's very generous.
Before we allow ourselves to be lulled by the generosity of Mr. Reed, I have 1 or 2 questions that I would like to ask myself. For one thing, Mr. Shepard, how does Siticum view the building of a housing development so close to the company's plant?
Well, if we had a choice, we'd prefer more of a buffer area around the plant. That's why it was built out there in the first place. 30 years ago, there was nothing but empty farmland out there. But the city has grown closer and closer over the years. It's nothing unusual, however. The same type of thing has been happening to chemical plants all over the place.
What about the increase in traffic caused by this development? The only access to the Glen is Oak Valley Road, and it happens to be the only access to your plant as well. It's a 2-lane narrow road.
Janet, I'd like to point out the county has plans to widen Oak Valley Road to 4 lanes next year.
Yes, as far as Siticum is concerned, we don't think our tank trucks will be affected.
Don, is it unsafe to have people living out there?
Unsafe? No. We've had very few accidents in the last 30 years, and none that have affected the surrounding areas. We pass several OSHA inspections every year. Nothing's 100%, of course, but I feel that the risks are acceptable, considering the benefits.
What do you consider the benefits to be?
Well, how about jobs for openers? More opportunities, increased tax revenues, better schools, better housing, progress. Now, we feel that Siticum has definitely benefited Oakbridge. And in the same way, we feel that Mr. Reed's development will mean further growth for the city, and Siticum has always supported growth.
Janet, the chemical industry has a much higher safety record than other industries.
Well, I would like to address this next question to Mr. Hughes. What does the city planning office think of this proposed development? Will it put a strain on the already existing services like fire department or sewer system?
Well, with the added tax base, we'll be able to buy new equipment and update our existing services quite a bit.
The microphone is open to any citizen who wishes to express himself or ask a question.
Mr. Shepard, are the chemicals you work with at Siticum dangerous?
We handle some very toxic materials, yes, but we've installed multiple safety backups to avoid being a danger to anyone, especially ourselves.
Well, I think it's a bad idea for people to be living out there so close to danger. After all, 2,000 people died in that accident in India.
But I don't think we can compare Oakbridge to India.
I think it's a crime that Joe Reed wants to cut up those beautiful hills and fields. Do we need more houses? I'm not aware of a housing shortage in Oakbridge. Frankly, this whole thing is nothing but unmasked greed. We don't need it. And personally, I don't want it.
Well, thank you for your opinion, Sally.
My name is Tom Davison. I own Tom Save and Go out on the highway. I just want to say I think this development is a good idea. It's good for the town.
Good for Save and Go. Bring you a bunch more business.
Nothing wrong with that, is there, Tom?
No, sir.
Does anyone else have any questions or statements regarding the proposed development? Well, I'd just like to say that I think that tonight is an indication that the citizens of Oakbridge want to create a hospitable climate for investment and development. And I, for one, am delighted. As a city, we must continue to grow. Do I hear a motion?
I move that we approve Mr. Reed's development.
Second. It has been moved and seconded that formal approval be granted for the Glen, a Joe Reed development. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Look, Don, Craig didn't ask me to fly in from Chicago to give you some kind of phony pep talk. You've been doing a great job. Everybody appreciates that. It's just that the market pressures are very, very rough right now. It's not going to last forever. But in the short term, we have got to have more K-34.
Jack, if we increase production without adding some more people, we're going to start to cut into our safety margins.
Right, we've had that problem before. We had to increase production and still do it safely. We can do it again.
Without spending any more money.
We can't do that either. Not in this fiscal year. Ooh. Joe Reed isn't wasting any time, is he? Building a whole city out there. Don. Do it. What? Just do it. Listen, I'm going to tell you something that has to be in the strictest of confidence. I mean it. Not even your own family. I wasn't supposed to mention it at all. The company is seriously considering phasing out Oak Bridge.
Phasing out?
Yeah. Don't worry. You'll be well taken care of. Another position with the company.
Jack, some of these people have worked here for 30 years.
Right, and the ones with seniority will be offered new jobs if they're willing to relocate.
Relocate? Why is the company doing this?
It isn't definite. They ordered a study. They're talking about consolidating all K-34 production in the new plant in Mexico. See what you can do.
So, we're just going to have to crank up Unit 7 again. Start making K-34 on 7 and 9.
How many more people are we going to put on?
None. We're just going to have to do it with the people we've got. Well, we can squeeze out a few people from some of the other units. Use a little overtime if we have to. Wes, what do you think of that new instruments man, Haywood?
I think he knows what he's doing. I like him.
All right, well, let's put him in charge of checking up on 7. We'll use 701 tank to store the TCC, so make sure it's blown out and ready. We'll keep 702 empty as an emergency dump tank, okay? I want Unit 7 online in 10 days.
10 days? And you want a thorough inspection of all systems?
I told you to use some overtime if you have to.
Don, you're trying to double the output of K-34 with the same number of workers. Isn't that pushing it a little hard?
We don't have any choice, Wes. Look, the market's putting a lot of pressure on the company right now. If we don't bring in enough product at the right cost, the Oak Ridge plant could be facing some serious problems.
How serious?
Very serious.
Guess we better get to work, huh?
Hey, you. Wait up. You're getting too fast for me. Hey! Oh, are you okay? Are you all right? What were you doing barreling around that curve so damn fast?
Hey, what's going on?
This little maniac came plowing into my kid and practically...
He's not a maniac, Lee. He's my grandson.
I don't care if he was the Pope's grandson. He came barreling around that corner like there was no tomorrow.
He wasn't barreling any place. I was right behind him. You okay, Kenny?
Yeah.
Besides, I don't think it was very smart for your kid to be playing right in the middle of the bike path.
Jake was not in the middle of the bike path. He was walking with...
The Pope's grandson? Jake, how about an out-of-court settlement, huh? Let's see if we can find an ice cream man. You're not ticklish, are you? Huh?
You're not ticklish, are you? Are you, Jake?
And one for Kenny. Oh, careful, careful, Patty. You're almost actually getting some ice cream into your mouth, huh? Mess.
You look like an expert on dripping ice cream.
Oh, I've had a lot of practice. Annie, this one's mother. She was the champion all-time dripper. Hey, this one's for you. Okay, kids, let's go to the table.
Ann Shepard, I knew her. She was a couple years behind me in high school. How's she doing?
Oh, she's doing great. Okay, get up there, kids. She's Ann Kohler now. She's married to David Kohler.
You're kidding. Oh, I really know how to pick a kid to yell at. The boss's grandson and the head foreman's son.
That's right. Wait till I tell David you were picking on his son. Huh? That'll be it for you.
I don't know, Don. The rooms aren't too small, they're too dark. If it isn't that, it's something else. I'm about ready to go live in a tent.
After the
Oh,
accident,
you'll find something. You
we
just
all
have to
went
keep
have
on
ice
looking.
cream together.
All of you? I want to hear about that. Tell me about Lee Snyder.
Oh, it was very exciting. We had ice cream with the kids.
Oh.
Don't look at me like that.
Like what?
Ann, I'm way too old for Lee Snyder.
Oh, you're right. What do you say we drive by Retirement Village and see if we can find a nice old girlfriend for my father?
I'm not looking for a girlfriend.
Well, don't you think it's about time that you did? Dad, you shouldn't be alone. It's a waste. You're too nice of a guy.
And you're prejudiced.
So, doesn't mean that I'm wrong.
Bye.
Bye.
Right, be careful now. Bye-bye.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Attention, launch setting, contact ship supervisor.
What's going on?
We blew out that 701 tank, some water came out.
How much water?
Well, not much, not even enough to measure on the tank level gauge. It might just be condensation.
That's all we need. Mix TCC with water. Make damn sure that tank is bone dry.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, David. Out at 6? Yeah. All right. One of our boys, Steve Winston, carrying some valves, filled down some steps over at Unit 6. Doesn't look like anything's broken.
All clear. This was not a chemical emergency. All clear. All clear. This was not a chemical emergency. All clear.
Can I go sit on the swing?
Sure. All right, be careful now. Why don't you two go in and take a look around and keep an eye on them? How you doing? Oh, you're out house shopping.
More like house wishing. I think it'll be a while before I can afford something like this.
Yeah, David and Ann have been looking for a long time. It's not easy.
Can I go play on the swings now?
Sure, honey, I'll be right up.
Sounds a pretty day.
Yeah, it is.
So now what do we talk about?
I don't know. It's not easy to talk to your boss.
Don't think of me as your boss.
But why not? You are my boss.
You're right. You better think of me as your boss.
So, you ready?
I would have liked a little more time.
We all would have liked that. How long you been at it today?
A little over 14 hours.
I'll try to get you out of here as soon as I can.
Attention, all personnel. TCC transfer at Unit 7. Stay clear, Unit 7.
ready, Lou?
Yeah.
All right, let's give it a shot.
PV 146 up. Pump housing operating.
Okay, Lou, we have pressure on 62 and 78.
Valve open.
We have feed flow from the shuttle tank.
Pump's overheating. Didn't you overhaul the pumps on this unit?
We tested them all. When the hell were we supposed to overhaul them? There's only 24 hours in a day, Don.
Did you check the temperature transmitters in the pumps? What did they check out?
Well, I fixed the ones that didn't.
Which one is it?
78.
I'd have that pump replaced tonight. I want all the backups overhauled as soon as possible. We can't afford any shutdowns right now. All right, kick in the backup on 78.
Yeah, it's okay. Barry, keep an eye on 78, will you?
I see it now, Lou. I'll watch it for you.
Wes, wait a minute. Come on, wait a minute. What's the matter?
That pump never would have gone out if we'd taken the time to overhaul all of them like we should have.
Relax. There was no harm done.
Not this time. You've never operated like this before, Don.
I've never been under this kind of pressure before, Wes.
It never mattered what kind of pressure you were under. What about 1963, huh? Tommy Butler asked
That
you
was
to
an
clean...
entirely different situation.
How? How? Huh? You never let him push you around.
Hey, look, Wes. I'm having all the pumps overhauled, all right? Let's not make too big of a deal out of this.
Something's happening, Don. You're changing. I wish I could say I liked it.
Come on, Luther. Give him a bigger tug, Lee.
Can't we go faster, Mommy?
No, we cannot go any faster.
Luther is a very old horse, Jakey. Old horses are just like old people. You have to be very kind and gentle with them.
Mama. Shameless.
I just can't get over this place. It's just the same as it always was. It's nice to know there's some things in this world that don't change.
Don't talk to me about not changing. Did you see what Joe Reed is doing down in the valley? Filling it up with dust and noise just so he can fatten his already fat wallet.
Come on, Jakey.
Oh, come on, Jakey. Let's go find some blackberries. I thought I told you to fix the swing.
I'll fix the swing. Lee, give me a hand. Would you buy one of Joe Reed's homes?
With what, Monopoly money?
No. I mean, would you live next to the plant? Lee, what's in all those huge tanks at the plant?
Is this an official question?
Well, you know how I am.
Miss Overachiever. They must love you down at City Hall.
I don't know about love. Respect, maybe. I still have to be twice as good as anyone else who ever had the job.
And you always are.
Maybe. It's not easy, though. Lots of long hours. Virtually no nightlife.
Speaking of nightlife, guess who I'm going out to dinner with tonight?
Don Shepard.
What? How did you know that?
Lee, you're not in St. Louis anymore. You're in Oak Bridge. And in Oak Bridge, news travels fast. I may not be able to find out what kind of business is going on over at the plant. But when it comes to who's seeing who, well, there are no secrets.
I don't believe it. He only asked me out on Tuesday.
Tuesday? How come I didn't find out about it till Wednesday? I think I'm slipping.
You gotta promise me something.
What's that?
Jakey's been my only dinner companion for so long. You gotta stop me if I try cutting up your food for you.
Tell you what, here's to you and me. Two grown-ups having dinner together with absolutely no children whatsoever.
Took you long enough to ask me.
mean that?
Of course I mean it. Why wouldn't I?
I don't know. I guess it's hard to believe that an old man like me could be of any interest to someone as young and attractive as you are.
Why are you so obsessed with your age? You're not that much older than my ex-husband.
I'm not?
I guess I must be attracted to you old, decrepit types.
Is everything all right? It's getting there.
Uh-oh. Does that mean, how did I get here and what have I done?
No, it means how did I get so lucky?
Well, whether you mean it or not, I choose to believe you.
I mean it, believe me. You don't know how long it's been.
Me too.
Oh, this is going to change everything.
I would hope so.
No, I mean at work.
Oh, work. Let's not think about that. Let's take that as it comes.
We're just going to have to act like nothing has happened.
Yes, sir, Mr. Shepard.
We're going to have to do it.
Stop. I have to pick up Jakey before too long at my parents', and let's not waste time talking about work.
I think we could just run a 2-inch line right here to Unit 6.
Mm-hmm. I think that would do it.
Excuse me, Don. You got a minute?
Yeah, sure, Wes. Come on, sit down.
Hi, David.
Hi, Wes.
Join us.
So, what's up?
Well, I've got an old college friend who's on an industry-sponsored committee on safety systems. They're coming out with a new report in the next couple of months, and he sent me an advance copy of it. I think you better take a look at it. A lot of it has to do with two-phase flow. You know the basics.
Yeah.
Since '76, we've known there's a two-phase flow during runaway chemical reactions. Liquid and gas mixed together like beer foam.
Yeah, sometimes the foam builds up, blocks the vent lines and valves. Temperature starts to rise too fast, and kaboom.
It's so complicated, nobody really knows how big the problem is or how to handle it.
According to these new studies, we may have to replace all our vent lines and valves.
On top of everything else, this is just what we need.
It would take months to do that kind of refitting, not to mention hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Are they sure about this?
I don't know, but regardless of what else is going on, I don't think we can afford to ignore it.
All right. David, I want you to make some copies of this. I want you both to study it. See if you can figure out which units of ours might be affected, which would need to be refitted, how much it would cost. I'll take it up with corporate headquarters. All right?
Okay.
Thanks, Wes.
Right.
So, David, we'll put that 2-inch line in then.
Okay, Don.
See you, David. Bye. John, I don't want another fight. But I'm going to shut down 9 for maintenance sometime in the next 4 to 6 weeks.
Come on, Wes. Do you have any more nails you want to drive into the coffin?
Look, I'm the head of maintenance in this plant, huh? That's my job, to maintain it. I don't care what kind of pressure you're getting. In the next month or so, I'm going to shut down 9.
All right. I'll hold off telling him for a while.
I don't care what you do. Just don't try and stop me from doing my job.
6, 7, 8, 9. 9 1/4. 9 2/3. 9 3/4. 9 7/8. 10. I'm gonna find you. Grandpa's gonna find you, Patty. Here comes the grizzly bear. I'm gonna get you.
Got me.
I got you.
Okay, guys, let's go home.
Can't we sleep here tonight?
Oh, no, honey. The beds don't come till tomorrow.
You gotta have a bed to sleep in, don't you?
Oh, I just love this place. Isn't it perfect for us?
Perfect.
Oh, Kenny, you're a mess.
You wanted to see me?
Yeah. Hope we can do this without yelling at each other. Sit down. Wes, I talked to Chicago about shutting down 9 for maintenance. They want us to hold off for another 60 days. They say our inventories are still too low.
60 days? Forget it. A shutdown's the only way you can do a thorough maintenance. Besides, we pushed our people hard enough with this schedule. You either got to shut down one of the units or get more help before someone falls asleep at the switch.
I can't hire anybody else right now.
Then let's move some of our people up. I need another operator in 7. Let's bump up Lee Snyder to become assistant operator.
Wait.
Yeah, she'd pick it up real quick. She'd make a good operator.
Wes, I can't even do that right now. I can't spend any more money until I deliver this next order.
I don't care.
No, of course you don't care. You've got retirement next year.
Why don't you go to hell? Huh? Why don't you just go to hell? Where do you get off telling me something like that?
All right. All right, you're head of maintenance. You tell me. How far can we push it? How much longer? A week? 2 weeks? I need as much time as I can get, Wes.
All right. All right, damn it. Give it 10 days. But that's it, Don.
Hey, Jerry! How much clearance does he have on that side? Watch out!
Lou, there's a crazy surge in the H2S line.
Like an automatic shutoff. What's going on?
Man down! Man down near number 7 station. H2S line broken. West is down. Get some oxygen over here, quick!
Harry, get out of there. Let the fire team handle it. Get out of there.
Lou, what's up? Where? In the shower.
Attention. All clear. Unit 7 secure. Return to code 1. Repeat. All clear. Return to code 1. Unit 7 secure.
That's it. Come on, hang it, Wes. Hang in there now. Come on, Wes. You can make it. Hang in. Hang in there. That's it. Hold on, Wes. Hold on. Hold on, Wes! Come on! Bring that truck in there!
Surely goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And so we ask you, Lord, to watch over the soul of our friend Wes Boggs, and to give strength to the loved ones he has left behind. We'll all miss him very much, although we know he has gone to a better place. Thank you, Lord. Amen.
Amen.
My condolences, Marie. Excuse me.
Dr. Shaw, I heard that West was overcome in something like 40 seconds. What on earth could do that to a man?
Hydrogen sulfide. He was hit with a high concentration of it.
Do they use a lot of hydrogen sulfide over at Sitica?
I didn't know they had any of it until the day of the accident.
Shouldn't you know? Shouldn't you know what chemicals are used at the plant so you would know how to respond quicker?
Citichem has a policy against disclosing what chemicals are used in the products they make.
But they should have to tell you.
The state doesn't have a disclosure law. Citichem doesn't have to tell us anything.
Sorry about that. We drill with the Citichem people once a year, but tea, coffee. But for the most part, unless they request backup, we stay outside the fence, let them fight the fire. Cream?
No, thank you.
We don't know what half the stuff in there is. Besides, Don Shepard's got better equipment than we do. His men know a lot more than mine about fighting chemical fires. When it comes to chemical spills, toxic gas leaks, we have to defer to them completely. We've had some training, but for the most part, those are areas where Citichem handles its own problems. To be honest, we prefer it that way.
You don't mean to tell me that there's no evacuation plan at all?
Oh, there is one, but it's about 10 years out of date. I've asked for money to fund a study to update our plans, but every time I've asked, I've been turned down. I guess the city figures it's not a priority.
Police Department emergency response plan. It's 10 years old and hopelessly outdated. With the population we have here, there's no realistic evacuation plan. The fire department has no information about the potential safety hazards posed by the plant, and the hospital knows nothing about the health hazards. That's intolerable. Why on earth can't Oak Ridge know what's being made here and what it's being made with?
Look, for obvious business reasons, we don't like to release information on what exactly is being produced here. That's not the kind of information we want our competitors to have. But given the circumstances, I'm sure that we can give you whatever information you need. The point is, whatever chemicals we happen to be working with, at any given moment, we have an extremely elaborate system of safety precautions.
We have automatic temperature controls to prevent overheating. We have a pressure relief system to deal with any excessive pressure. We have flares and scrubbers to neutralize or burn off released gases. Every one of these safety devices is backed up 2 or 3 times. Look, Janet, the odds against this plant being any kind of a threat to the community are overwhelming.
I don't understand. With all of the controls and backups, West Boggs was exposed to a chemical for 40 seconds, and it killed him.
Now, this was a freak accident, Janet. And to some extent, human error. West was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He was tired. He wasn't in very good condition. Maybe if he was in better shape, he could have gotten away from the leak.
So West died because he was out of shape. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Don, I'm going to ask the mayor to set up formal communications between the plant and the city. I hope I can count on your cooperation.
Sure.
Citichem wants to continue to be the best corporate neighbor it can be.
I'm sure. Could you have someone see me to the gate, please?
Oh, no. We'll take it back ourselves.
Thank you. I want to thank you, gentlemen, both for showing me around.
You know, Miss Fram, there's only one way to completely eliminate all safety risks in the chemical industry, and that's to eliminate the industry. But think about life without chemicals. Hundreds of years of human progress wiped from the books. And what would happen to Oak Ridge without a plant? And I think you have to admit, the incredibly small risks involved are acceptable.
Mr. Morris, no one can know if the risks are acceptable without knowing what the risks are. Excuse me. Thank you.
Better handle her carefully.
Jack, I just did something up in that conference room that I'm ashamed of. I tried to blame my best friend for an accident that wasn't his fault.
Come on, Don, you're being too hard on
West Boggs
yourself.
died because 2 men were trying to move a pump assembly that should have had 4 men on it. He died, Jack. West Boggs died because his maintenance crew was short-handed. Well, I'm changing that right now. Now, I want you to go back to Chicago, and I want you to tell them if they want to shut down Oak Ridge, well, that's their decision. But until they do, I'm going to decide how much product this plant turns out, and I'm going to decide how many people it takes to do the job the right way.
All right, hold on right there, Don.
And
Nobody's
you can
asking
also
you.
tell them that as of next week, I'm shutting down Unit 9 for maintenance that's long overdue. And as soon as 9 comes back online, I'm going to shut down Unit 7. This is an efficient, productive operation, Jack, and it can stay that way. But maintenance shutdowns are not going to be delayed. Not anymore. Not for any reason.
Check with state and county.
All right.
Then I want you to make a list of all chemical plants in populated areas, small ones, especially small towns. Then get on the phone, call local officials, and ask these questions. I may have some additional questions for you later. Earl, I think we should put together a pamphlet letting people know of the potential hazards at the plant and what to do in an emergency. I've already spoken to Don Shepard, and he promises me full cooperation from Citicam.
Oh, that sounds like a fine idea. But don't get carried away until I talk to council. Huh?
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm off work. You want to come over for some dinner?
Oh, gee, I'm kind of under the gun right now.
Come on, Don. Let's get out of this place. It's not good for you to be here tonight. Or for me.
You know, for what it's worth, I'm doing all the maintenance that Wes was talking about.
Yeah?
By the way, I'm moving you up to assistant operator.
Really?
Well, that's what Wes wanted. He was right. You deserve it. We don't want anybody falling asleep at the switch.
Come on, Don. Please come over for some dinner.
No, thanks. I'm all right. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
Temperature going down. Pressure going down.
Okay, we're all set. Yeah, tell Don Unit 9 is shut down. All right. Unit 7, tell him I'll be right there. Lou, what's up?
Having a problem with the level gauge transmitter in the 701 storage tank. I know how much TCC is in there, but the level gauge reads more than that.
Put on a new one.
Yeah, well, that's a problem. When I asked maintenance to do it, they said the supply office sent the wrong backups last week. What? We don't have any others, I checked.
Give me main supply in Chicago, please. How long ago did you find out about this?
A few minutes ago.
Parts, Rick. Yeah, hi. This is Kohler at Oak Ridge. Look, we'd requested some loop.
AY-47s.
AY-47 level transmitter gauges. And you guys sent us the wrong ones.
Oh, I'm sorry. We wouldn't have it until Tuesday.
Oh, come on. Can't you do any better than that? We need one right now.
I gotta get it from Pittsburgh. Listen, I'll put a rush on it next
All right.
day, okay?
All right. As soon as you can, please. Bye-bye. They can't get any here until late tomorrow or the next morning. They're out themselves. They got to get them from Pittsburgh.
Well, I hate like hell to work with gauges I can't trust.
Instrument shop.
Yeah, Jerry, this is David. I want you to pull the level gauge from the 702 tank and put it on 701.
Oh, hold up, David. That'll mean a tank with no gauge at all on it.
Well, it's a dump tank. I mean, it's always empty. It's better to have a working gauge on a tank that's working, huh?
Okay.
Hey, Jerry, why don't you take off, huh?
Right. David? David!
Yo!
Yeah, come here a second, will you?
What is it? What's up?
Well, they sent me these pressure relief valves from Unit 9 to test. There's a little corrosion in there.
It's not unusual, is it?
Well, no, it's not, David, but I can't get that two-phase flow thing out of my mind. I mean, even with that little bit of corrosion, if we have anything other than gas, we have to vent off.
Yeah, I know. You're probably right. Well, I guess you better replace them all with some larger valves.
David, the pop-off valves in 7 are the same as these. I mean, they were only put on a couple of months later.
All right, let's talk to Don first thing in the morning, all right?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
The way you sounded on the phone, I didn't have much choice.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make it sound like it was too much of an emergency.
Well, I figured how bad could it be if we're meeting here?
I just didn't want you to cancel out on me again.
Scotch? So how's Jake doing?
He's fine. The same. He spent last Sunday playing with Kenny over at David and Ann's.
Oh, good.
He missed you.
I've been kind of busy down at the plant.
Busy? I think the word's more like obsessed.
Lee, I don't need this.
I'm sorry. I need to know what's going on. You go home alone, I go home alone. We never see each other.
It's been kind of a tough time for me lately.
I know. Wes and everything else going on at work. But why can't we try to get through it together? Where does it say you have to do it all alone?
Look, I don't know what to say to you. It's like the job takes up all of my time, all my energy. Once this round of maintenance is over, I've got to get the plant back up to full capacity.
Don, I don't care about the plant. I'm talking about us.
But I have to care about the plant. There are a lot of people living around here, including yourself, who depend upon me caring about the plant. I don't seem to have much choice in the matter. Unfortunately. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too.
Oh, Janet, about that Silicon pamphlet business, better hold off on it. Everybody seems to think he'll just get people hysterical for no good reason. Besides, Joe Reed got wind of it, he raised holy hell. Says he has enough trouble selling houses out in the Glen without us telling everybody it's dangerous to their health.
Earl, that's irresponsible. If there are potential dangers, we have to tell people about them.
All right, Janet, now just calm down. Now, that plant has been out there for 30 years, and nobody outside the fence has ever suffered any more than bad smells from it.
That's no guarantee for tomorrow. You know that.
Janet, you've worked a long time to get where you are. Finally, your career has started to pay off. You have a promising future. But you are going to need the support of the business community and the people who work at Citichem. I would hate to see that future crippled by an episode of hysteria. You understand what I mean?
Billy, hold off for a while on those pamphlets, will you? Thank you.
If you showed me anything like this in the past 30 years, I said it was okay. With all this new information on two-phase flow. Are the valves in Unit 7 the same as these?
They might be. Jerry says they were put in only a couple months later.
Well, we can't take any chances. Tell Lou to shut down Unit 7 as soon as he's finished the batch he's got in the reactor. Then I want you to replace every pressure relief valve in the unit.
All right. Lou! Don wants you to shut down after this batch. We got to pull all the pop-off valves.
Lou, the pressure's reading 28.
David, what the hell's wrong with the cooling system in the 701 tank? I can't keep the pressure down.
Got in the backup compressor. I'll check it out.
It's up over 12 degrees Celsius in that tank. That's too hot. We're supposed to keep it below 7. Damn stuff boils at 20. Lee, you better run a sample. Tell Hayward to check the pressure at the tank. I better get Don over here.
Yeah, 701's reading a little bit over 28. It is. Yeah, so you're accurate in there. Lou, I think there's some kind of vibration in that tank.
How long did they say it would take to run that sample?
Just a few minutes. How's it going?
Well, temperature and pressure's still going up. We can't figure out what's going on. Yeah, what's the story?
There's water in the sample.
Where the hell would water be coming from?
Water?
Lou, but there is water.
When was the last time you ran a sample on that tank?
Yeah, okay. 12 days ago. SOP's every 2 weeks.
Those pop-off valves don't open, that tank could explode. Even if they do open, those lines may be too small to relieve the pressure fast enough. We could overpressurize the scrubber.
What do you want me to do?
If the pressure gets up to 50, empty the TCC from Unit 701 into the dump tank. That should buy us some time.
Should have opened at 40.
Reading 36 degrees Celsius.
We got a runaway reaction. Well, there's no way to slow it down in that tank. Lou, dump it off into 702.
Temperature and pressure both going down. We got away by the skin of our teeth.
Lou, now something's wrong with 702.
How much have we dumped in there? What's wrong with the level gauge on 702?
Well, there isn't one. We pulled it to use on 701. The replacement didn't come in last week, and
You mean we have no way of knowing how much is in that tank?
But 702 has always been kept empty. We never have anything in there. It's a dump tank. It's always empty.
Not if there's been a water leak into that tank, too.
Code 9. Attention, Code 9. Clear all areas. Emergency breathing apparatus required. Repeat. Code 9. Clear all areas. Code 9. Code 9. All areas. Clear all areas. Attention. Code 9. Clear all areas.
Come on.
The fire team says the tank area is a mess, but so far none of our people seem to be hurt.
Try it again.
Don, the police are going to evacuate Valley Road School.
Pray the wind doesn't change.
Relay must have been damaged during the explosion.
From the auxiliary
Lou,
relay.
I don't think half of these gauges are working.
Hello, this is David Kohler at City Kid. Let me speak to the medical director, please. It's an emergency.
Jerry. Listen, Jerry, send someone.
Yeah.
Try to break
Yes,
the relay.
Dr. Copeland, this is
Emergency
David
runoff
Kohler.
valve, 701.
We've had a fairly large release of a
Okay, how many
toxic
people is
gas
there? Get him down
here
there.
at City Kid.
Put
We're
as
not
much muscle
exactly
on that thing as you can. Right now. All right.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, let me just... Okay. Cyanate. The hotline will give you all the details, but according to what I've got here, it mostly attacks the eyes and the lungs, ulcerated corneas, pulmonary edema, bronchial constrictions. Right. All right. It's 800-555-2300. Okay.
Don, the hospital's getting calls. It's into the Glen, past the park. There are people down already.
Is Ann at home?
Ready? Go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you guys.
Hi, please leave a message at the beep. We'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Ann, will you call me at the plant as soon as you get home? Something terrible has happened here.
Jerry, get into a full body suit and bring another up here for Don.
They might be at Patty's swimming lessons. Do you know, when are the lessons? Do you know? Is it
I don't know,
today?
David. I don't know. I don't remember. Now, listen. All right, the emergency relief valve is jammed. We can't divert the runoff into the other scrubber. Now, here's what I want you to do. All right, go downstairs. Take a head count. Put everyone we don't need into units 2 and 3.
They've got positive pressure and filtered air.
All right, okay, yeah.
Lee, get everyone with a van or a station wagon.
Go over and help them evacuate the school. They're not going to have enough buses. Kenny should be there. Try to find him. Yeah, I'd feel a lot better if I knew him.
Nothing's happening yet.
Thanks.
I'm not getting anything. Jerry, give me a hand. Yeah, no. We're going to close that valve, 701 scrubber, and shut down that leak.
The minute you do, the pressure's going to start rising fast. The whole unit could blow.
I'm hoping we'll have enough time to hook up a jumper cable to the emergency scrubber. Call Phil. Tell him to get us about 10 foot of jumper line with a 2-inch hookup at either end, at Unit 7.
Hey, listen, Phil, give me 10 feet of jumper with a 2-inch
Ready?
hookup at either end and down to Unit 7 fast. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell him. Right. That was David. The wind's changing to the south. Could start blowing southwest toward the hospital. Work fast.
Hello? Hello, who's this? Cola. Oak Valley Road is in a mess. People are trapped, ambulances can't get in. If you can have some of your people help us clear, you can? Fine, fine, I'll tell the chief. David, is it over? Oh, I hope to God you can do something. Almost all the casualties so far have happened in the bank.
They're going to try to lay part of the blame for this on us. You wait and see. They're going to say we never should have let Joe Reed build out here.
We never should have, Earl.
Okay, that's all these kids. Come on, kids, back in the building. Come on. Let's go back to the building. Here, there's another ride. You want to go up the stairs? Up the stairs. Come on, all together. Up the stairs. Let's go. Here we go. Jake! Kenny! Kenny!
The wind's holding steady. Good, that means the hospital's still safe. You know, if the main unit blows, there won't be any place safe in the whole county.
All right, leave it here. Get into Unit 2. All right, Jerry, let's lay it out.
Okay.
All right, you close down the scrubber valve. I'll get the main valve.
You got it.
All right, Lou, we're closing down both valves out of the 701 unit.
Pressure's rising, 42.
Scrubber shut off.
Okay. Jerry, knock the cap off the 702 scrubber. I'll get this one.
Yeah.
Lou, we've isolated the emergency relief valve from 701. I'm now going to vent the cap.
Pressure's at 50.
Pressure's climbing, Don. 52. 53. 56. 60. Pressure's at 60.
Almost ready over here, Don.
All right, keep an eye on it, Lou. If it goes above 75, that whole thing could blow.
65.
Come on.
Pressure's still climbing. 68. Pressure's at 68.
Okay, Don. Everything's ready on this end.
All right, Lou, we're hooked up. Jerry, get out of here. When I open this valve, it may blow the emergency scrubber.
Let me help you with it.
Go on, get out of here.
70.
Lou, I'm opening the valve very slowly.
Don, it's at 75.
Jeez.
Come on, boys, come on. 80. 85. Pressure's dropping. It's 80. It's below 75.
Emergency scrubbers work.
You did it.
Yeah, that's got it.
Attention, all personnel. Air samples are now safe.
The death toll continues to rise at the Oakbridge chemical disaster. The latest confirmed number is 434, but rescue workers expect to find many more victims once a house-to-house search is completed. Oakbridge Hospital is a scene of fear, confusion, and shock. Doctors and nurses are hard-pressed to keep up with the steady stream of victims. Those without life-threatening injuries are forced to wait while doctors tend to the most critical cases. Emergency medical teams are being airlifted in.
What if I describe her to you? Is it possible that somebody... Yes, it's my mother. Yes.
Yes.
I certainly can understand that.
Right.
I'm sorry. Yes, thank you.
Still no word.
Only people at the hospital to stop taking names. The only way to find out is to get over there.
Look, I'm sure that Sally was too far downwind. I'm sure she's all right, but you go and look for her. I can handle things here.
You can't handle anything. We've got blood on our hands, girl. We could have stopped the Glen. Or at least alerted the people to the dangers. You, me, the council, all those people that didn't show up at the public meeting. But oh no, it couldn't happen here. That's what you said, isn't it? Isn't it? Not in the most advanced society in the world. This isn't Bhopal or Mexico City. This is Oakbridge, America. Well, it's all over, Earl. It's all over. The hell with you and your Chamber of Commerce speeches. We killed all those people with a zoning law.
Attention, all emergency cleanup personnel. Report to Unit 7 area. Emergency cleanup personnel, report to Unit 7 area.
Steadicam Chairman Jeremiah Coyle is about to make a statement to the press.
There has been... I just spoke to my next-door neighbor. She says she's been over to the house. Ann's car is there, but there's no sign of her or Patty anywhere. I'm on hold with the hospital.
This time, the number of casualties is not known. We are still investigating the cause of the accident. Our company, its management and employees are shocked and deeply saddened by this tragic occurrence. We will, of course, cooperate with all authorities in every way to find out just how this accident occurred?
Yes.
And to
Yes.
ensure that such an occurrence will not happen in the future.
I see. All right. Thank you.
In addition, we stand ready to...
They don't know if she's there or not. They can't find her name on any list. I don't know if that means anything or not. Why the hell did I switch that gauge?
David, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Now, let's just go to the hospital.
All right.
Return now to our regularly scheduled program.
Wait a minute. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's him. That's him. Wait now, Mr. Shepard. Mr. Shepard. Mr. Shepard. Get away. Mr. Shepard. Wait a minute. Turn.
Get him out. Get him out.
All right, board seats set. Let's go.
There they are.
Hurry up over here.
Hospital's here. No.
Are you okay? Look up for me. All right? Look up for me. Look up. Look up. Okay. Very good. It's going to be okay.
Stay back, stay back.
Check those people over there. I'll see if they have some kind of a list.
I'll find you.
Don, you haven't seen my mother, have you?
Just got here. Anna's missing.
Couldn't have gotten all the way up to my mother's place.
I don't think so. No, the fumes should have dispersed before it got that far, but I just don't know, Janet.
Isn't here, and I've looked everywhere. I'm begging you. I'm headed out there.
Please, Mr. Shepard, can you help me? They took my baby away.
I'm sorry.
I just want to see my baby.
Mr. Shepard, what happened to your safety precautions here, sir? Why was there a breakdown?
I can't
Were they
talk to you
adequate?
right now. Do you understand that, please? Kohler. Kohler with a K.
All right, hold it. Let's hold it right there.
I'm looking for my mother. Have you seen Sally Fram?
No, ma'am.
Please let me through. Please, let me through.
Let her through, Eddie.
Dr. Michael Jamlo, OR 2.
Bring her right in. Let's go.
Don? Nurse, could you... How is she?
Her eyes have been burned. We don't know yet how bad. She's under fairly heavy sedation.
Where did they find her?
I'm sorry, I don't know. There's so many...
Was she alone? She has a 3-year-old daughter.
I'm sorry, I don't know, sir.
Ann, honey, it's David.
What's happened to Patty? Where's Patty? Honey. Patty, honey, where's Patty?
I didn't think. You stay with her. I'll go.
Just hours after America's worst chemical disaster, the death toll in the Oak Ridge chemical leak is 460. Hundreds of people injured by the release of the toxic chemical TCC are still streaming into area hospitals. Emergency teams have begun canvassing neighborhoods hit with the gas to help any of the injured unable to leave. A house-to-house search of the Glen development near the city chem plant is underway, since most of the casualties occurred in that area.
Patty! Patty! Patty!
Oh, no. God, no.